it was so overwhelming. I mean, I've lived it my entire life. So like, whatever my background would be, like some people think, I was raised in the burbs, so I didn't experience stuff. But like, I experienced like crazy stuff, like shoot, like I was held at gunpoint when I was like in my middle school, like that was the first time. Like I've been through a ton of stuff. So like, I just don't tell this to people because it's not like like you don't typically bring this up in a conversation. So elementary, middle school, and then I went to a predominantly white high school. So I dealt with stuff like, there's very particularly remember, like dealing with people using the N-word or like trying to like get to me, and it was nothing new. So like when everything came out last year, it's like everybody's checking in, like, why aren't you like marching at every single event? Why aren't you like getting involved? Like we need to have more like black focused activities, and it just got to the point where it's
Did
like,
you feel that pressure from
yeah,
the arts community,
yeah.
from your
Well,
companies and stuff that you were in?
yes, just I wasn't in any companies actually at that time. I'd quit, so but I know they were starting to bring a lot of awareness and do all these like, events, and then a lot of people within those groups were reaching out to me personally, and like I said, it was just to a point where it was like exhausting because I'm just like, it's been happening my whole life. Like it's nothing new, sadly. Faced like discrimination my whole life, and it's something that, or like, being harassed by cops. Like I've been with people in the dance community. Like I fondly remember a time, like it was actually coming from Coda rehearsal. I think it was unsettling for all of us, and we kind of like, once we got back to my friend's place, we were just like, wow, that shit really happened. I guess I don't know if it's trauma or just like how I was brought up, and it was very competitive, masculine kind of environment. I was like wrestling family, it always like there was no time or room for like crying or emotion, like sad. Like it was always just kind of strict, don't cry, get your stuff done, be the best. And so it was tough, like, and it affects your, artistry because when you're trying to get in touch with things like sad pieces or like any kind of heavy emotional piece, like it's difficult to connect. And like even it's not even just that, it's just life like kind of messes you up because you have to like kind of understand how to let that go, and kind of just not care what other people think because it's kind of like been blocked or instilled in my mind for so long. um, and it affects me in that, and also just makes me a lot more self-conscious. Um, like I'm very particular. Like I don't think things are good enough, so I'll go back and just rework things like a million times. My name is Tyler Butler. I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, raised in Rockford, Illinois, and I currently live in Chicago. I've been here for about 7, 8 years now. Wow, it's been a minute. As an artist, a b-boy, house dancer, and DJ. I've been DJing since I was 12. Wrestled majority of my life and played soccer. Um, Family's really big on wrestling. I went to a Catholic high school, public school for elementary through or elementary and middle school. And then after Rockford, I went to Purdue University. Met a lot of cool people, and that's where I got into dance. I got exposed to a lot of different cultures, and ultimately got joined a b-boy organization there called Boiler Breakers. That got me into dance, and I saw my friends who were involved in Dance to Excess at the time told me about this thing called Urbanite, and they dragged me to it, and it was just like the best time ever. I wasn't I've never been exposed to choreography, and it's like, man, I gotta do this. So that's how I got exposed to that side of dance. I joined Dance to Excess. Purdue, became a director eventually, and then once I got to the city, joined Coda. I'll say Peacemakers for a little bit, Rain Dodgers, Dream Team, So I've been in quite a few groups, and Just Be is the crew I'm in kind of right now. So house group. I think when I hear mental health, I think of self-awareness, kind of having uh, not only awareness of oneself, but acceptance, and truly understanding one's state and place in mind.